Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? I want to make sure that I could be heard. Let me see. Just working out the technicals, so just give me a minute. This is what happens when you go live. And I have a new mic too. Let me hold it up so you guys can see. See? Hey, guys. Okay. So let me get myself situated. I left what I needed. Darn it, over there. Let me see if I can write it down real quick. Um, But thank you, Michael. Thank you. I bought a new mic. I'm doing some upgrades to the channel, so you're gonna notice them probably later next week because I pre-film. So you're gonna notice them. But thank you. Hi guys, welcome, welcome. Okay, so it's 3 o'clock. So I wanted to come on and tell you guys about a new endeavor that I am launching, and I'm going to be creating, or I've started rather, my own podcast. Now, I've been wanting to do a podcast, I think, since I went to FinCon last year, and I was really inspired at FinCon, just being among other content creators, other people who have made it and really was sharing their knowledge with us and really helping us to grow our brands and really helping us to make it personalized. And I love talking about finance. I love talking about the economy. I love talking about investing, money, wealth building, anything around like that sphere. And I love this channel, Mommy Trader. The videos will still be coming. I just want y'all to know that the same videos, the same schedule I have, I still be posting the same type of content over here. But on here, the channel is really informative. It's like educational. And I share a lot of like numbers. I share the investing platforms. I share spreadsheets, charts. Just it's really kind of, I don't want to say limiting, but I can't really give you that behind the scenes. I can't give you the details. I can't share with you the journey and the ups and downs that my husband and I have been through over all of these years. And I figure, you know what, a great way to really talk about that would be through a podcast where I can really just sit down with a mic and talk about all the different experiences that we had. I'm talking about relationships and money and fighting over money with your partner or spouse. I'm talking about trauma, childhood trauma and money because you didn't have when you were younger, trying to compensate for that by overspending and going into debt. We're going to talk about guilt and learning how to say no when it comes to money. We're going to talk about taking risk and the pressure of that. You know, many of us are the first in our families to do anything, and there is a lot of pressure that comes along with that that you don't see, that I don't share here on Mommy Trader because again, you know the algorithm, it is very very like finicky. You got to stick to the topic and stick to that only. But there's other facets to this journey, like behind the scenes, that I really want to talk about. And that's what the podcast is geared towards. Sometimes when we are on this financial journey is really presented to us as this kind of 1 + 1 = 2 type of thing. And when you're the first to do something, when you are trying to build something, especially if you have a partner or a toxic family, that can be challenging. That can be very, very, very hard. And if we have open dialogues about these types of topics and breaking down the stereotypes and the taboo-ness regarding finance and money, I think it'll be a big help in terms of helping us to get to our financial goals. You know, sometimes you may feel like I'm the only one who is addicted to shopping. I'm the only one who, you know, is on the verge of divorce because of finances. I'm the only one who is guilted into buying things because of my family. I'm the only one. And the podcast is designed to share with you that no, you're not. There are many of us who are in this investing game or trying to budget or who have paid off debt, who have gone through the trenches when it comes to finance and money. And the podcast is designed for me to share my experience and my perspective with that. Now, as always, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a guru or Jesus himself. I'm just a friend who, like if you were coming over to my house and we were sitting in my living room, this is what we would be talking about. Like we would be going there. We will cry through it. We will laugh through it. We will, even if we're frustrated or sad or excited, we're going to talk about it. Because if the thing about money is that if we put our heads in the sand, it doesn't stop. Late fees, it doesn't stop, time for moving on. It doesn't stop any of these things. And I feel like sometimes we just need a community where we feel comfortable talking about the things that plague us, right? We always talk about generational wealth. What does that look like? What does that mean when you break it down and you take away, okay, I want to be a millionaire. What does that look like? How does the journey that you get, how did you get there? I know how that feels to be the only, like person of color in a room. How does that make you feel? But when you have like your eye on a financial goal and you're stepping out of your comfort zone to get there. These are the things we're going to be talking about in the podcast. And the podcast is great because I don't have to focus so much on, like making sure the thumbnails are okay and time stamps and keywords. Literally the podcast it's you don't see me, you just hear my voice. But we really dive deep into topics, and the podcasts are designed to be between 20 and 30 minutes long. I can tell you that some of the topics, like when we talk about debt, like for real, those are going to probably be an hour because I could talk for hours about some of the pitfalls and how society is designed to get us to spend money and triggers that we have. And again, going from zero to a millionaire, I present it and it's great, right? We're super blessed and we worked really hard and we made sacrifices. But digging under that, like some of the emotional turmoil that we had to go through, knowing how to navigate the professional and corporate world, knowing how to step into the investing game when you're the only one in your family who's ever bought a stock. I mean, these are real conversations that we need to have and that I think will help break the stigma around money and around finance. I mean, there's so many different facets to it and so many different, ways we could take this topic. And I really want to talk about it. As I mentioned before, I'm a chatty Cathy. I love talking about finance. I love talking about wealth. And I feel like if we can do that in the space where it's safe, you guys know I don't do hate comments or judgment. I will bless and block in a heartbeat. But just really talk and have open dialogue. And yes, Tara, my husband will be guest starring on my podcast. I'm going to have like a kids' night where my daughter is going to come on and we're going to talk about the things that impact her as a teenager growing up in this society. Does she feel, motivated to spend her money? What are her triggers when it comes to her emotions and spending? My husband and I are going to talk really deep about relationships. Oh, we're going to go there because we've been married. We're going to be married for 18 years in June. I got married young. So what does that look like when you are I got married at 20, okay? So 20-year-old getting married, how does that look? You're meshing finances together. Yes, it would be great to be on the same page, but let me tell you, there are years where you don't. And literally, it's just the love that's keeping you connected. How do you talk about that? How do you navigate through that? This is what the podcast is going to be about. And also mental health. How we spend money, how we think about money is directly tied to our mental health, especially nowadays. Oh my goodness, social media and billboards, movies, TV shows, music, celebrities, athletes, everywhere you turn is this desire to spend money. Well, we're going to talk about some of that because like I said, we're gonna go there, and I want you to see that most of the people who look like they have made it, like a lot of the millionaires and even billionaires, they talk about this, but I feel like sometimes if you could have someone that looks like you or don't come from money, a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a business owner. I wear literally 10,000 hats. I'm a part of the PTA. My daughter is learning how to drive, so I'm teaching her. There's a lot that, I do that involves money. I mean, everything we do involves money. We're going to talk about overcompensating with our children and money, trying to give them the world because we didn't have the world, and how that causes us to, go into financial ruin. These and so the two episodes are going to be premiering automatically over on my podcast channel. Let me get the banners and put it up so that you guys can see. But yeah, that is going to be premiering. Here it is right here at 3:15. So that's why I wanted to get on at 3 o'clock, because I wanted to introduce you to the podcast. And the two episodes will be automatically premiering over there at 3:15. And again, you're not going to see my face. It's just my voice in your heart. And we're going to have a discussion from my experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I think once we do this, oh my goodness, there's no limit to whatever we are trying to achieve when it comes to our financial goals that we can do. So please make sure you go over and sub. It helps, the algorithm pick it up. I'm almost at 12,000 subscribers here. So thank you guys so much. And I wanted to figure out a way where I could do value. And again, not just, like the dividends. And you guys know I'm obsessed with investing, but that's one part of this financial journey. It's a big part of it. And those videos, like how my posting schedule will still continue here, 3 videos a week on Mommy Trader. But the conversations that we're going to have, it's going to be twice a week, the episodes twice a week over there on the podcast. Um, channel. And yes, you can do podcasts on YouTube. But again, I put a lot of thought behind this because I didn't want to just make things or create things and like just because. I put a lot of thought in behind everything that I do on this channel, even the products and services that I have, because I really want it to be tailored to not just my husband and I's journey, but to really positively impact as many of you um as possible. And yes, Tara, I do plan on having some guests down the line. I will have a sign up sheet for those who may want to come on. And again, I'm not showing our faces. It's just you're going to have a microphone, I'm going to have a microphone, and we're just going to the topic is going to be, surviving as a millennial in, 2023, or how to overcome living paycheck to paycheck. Like we're going to and not just keep it like general, because we could go on YouTube and find general content, but really talk about our experience, talk about our journey, the nights where we had to cry trying to avoid the collection calls on the phone because they keep calling. They call a cell phone, they call the house phone, they're calling your parents, they're stressing you out, they're calling your job. We're going to talk about this. So it is 3:12. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I was talking to my husband about it. A few people knew that I was launching a podcast. And so thank you to those of you who know who you are, for the feedback and for the encouragement. Because again, this is a part of not just growing my brand as Mommy Trader. This is about changing the face of wealth. And we can't change anything if we don't acknowledge it and talk about it so that we can overcome it. So that is what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Again, there's no judgment. I don't do snarky or anything because I'm all about hitting the facts and talking about what it is we need to talk about. So make sure you guys go on over and subscribe to my new podcast YouTube channel. Keep your notification bells on because my videos are going to be still posting here on Mommy Trader 3 times a week, but the episodes are going to premiere over there on the podcast channel twice a week. So yeah, I'm excited about it. It's been a long time coming. A long time coming, but I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see, how it may impact you. And, I'm looking for your feedback. I'm looking for engagement. I'm looking for us to have a conversation about these things. So yes, that's it. That's all I was coming on here for. So I didn't want to be on here too long because I'm going to be over there on the other channel with the 2 episodes that are about to premiere. What is it, 314? They're going to premiere in less than 60 seconds. So I'm going to head off of here. I will see you guys over there in the podcast, and I think you're going to like the 2 episodes that we have premiering in less than 60 seconds. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't, Mommy Trader. Hit the like button to this live because it helps the algorithm pick it up. And I'll see you guys back here Monday for some more dividend and investing videos, okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye now. See you guys.